Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we're looking at NZS citizens across the country are questioning and sometimes fighting chloramines in drinking water. And this is interesting to see that Hannibal, Missouri, Poughkeepsie, New York are among the cities that have dropped the controversial chemical in favor of new water treatment systems. What's going on here? We're going to take a look. So first, Crystal Steffens added an odd odor over tap water. It smelled either like bleach or fishy, says the residents of Hannibal, Missouri, and when she showered, she developed a cough, sinus issues, and dry skin. People called it the crud, she says. In 2015, Steffens was one of the many residents in Hannibal, which is a city of 17,000 people on the Mississippi River who complain about the quality of the city's drinking water. And that was after Hannibal's water treatment plant introduced ammonia to their chlorine disinfectant system. As we know, chloramine is a combination of those two. And it aimed to meet federally regulated standards by lowering the levels of total triethylamines, TTHM, which is a disinfectant byproduct. And it's created by the chloramine ammonia mixture, which was effective at eliminating that. So as the new chemical interacted with organic materials and water, it created more unregulated disinfection byproducts, which coincide with the crud that concerns Steffens and other people drinking the water. Also, the issue that happens is hundreds of disinfected byproducts have been found in treating drinking water across the United States since the 1970s. The EPA currently regulates a small amount of those. At the levels they're consumed in water, research and activists have argued the emerging science is finding potential long-term hazards with disinfection byproducts. So chloramine's not all good. So that's what happened in Hannibal in late March 2020. The city brought an online state of water treatment. It uses granular activated carbon GAC, porous media made from high carbon materials such as wood, coal, or coconut shells. And it can bind and remove some of the chemicals and heavy metals from the water. It's much like you'd see inside of a Brita filter. And it's a water process engineer at the engineering firm Black & Veatch. When the water is filtered through the GAC media and dissolved organic compounds in the water are attracted to GAC media, they're removed from the liquid stream. And the building handle facility cost $10 million and came out after a protracted battle between the city and some of its residents. Initially, operational costs were budgeted at $350,000 per year. Now, Hannibal wasn't the only city to do this. There was a lot of pushback against chloramines, with consumers who report adverse effects from bathing in chloramine-treated tap water. So people were getting rashes, they were getting breathing problems, says Randy Estalt. People at Poughkeepsie, New York, water treatment facility, the city, which takes its water from the Hudson River, also tried using chloramines to lower their levels of disinfectant byproducts and meet the EPA regulations. It was the cheapest offered by the engineers hired to consult on the project. In 2016, he says the city switched to a system that removes contaminants using granular activated carbon, and that's GCA. That's what they're replacing with chloramines. Also, he said there were complaints and even lost business when one of the city's wholesale customers labeled Poughkeepsie water Frankenwater and elected to install their own well. And in some cases, the deterioration caused brown water to run from taps, and it looked like iced tea. It's almost a synonym of what happens with copper. So that was the battle in Hannibal. Also in Poughkeepsie, we can actually see the federal limits and guidelines based on chloroform, bromoform. We can see this right here, chlorate, bromate, and some information right here. We can also see the water treatment plant process diagram for Hannibal and how that's working, as well as some other information. So it's interesting to see that they push back on chloramines. Well, the EPA says chloramines are safe and everything's good. Apparently it can have some pretty bad effects. Now they're trying this GAC, and that is yet to be seen whether that will be good or not. But issues like this definitely prompt, some investigation, and definitely prompt people to look into things, especially if it's causing problems like this. That's why it's always a good idea to periodically test your water.